Inch. And number 35, Sienna Crevacore. And the starting lineup for the Hyundai NTC. Your goalkeeper, Amber Atkinson. Number 5, Ruby Cuthbert. Number 6, Neve Healy. Number 7, Mia Britton. Number 9, Sophia Brooks. Number 10, Iskia Brooking. Number 11, Angelique Clayton. Number 12, Claudia Houlis. Number 13, Lucy O'Halloran. Number 14, Kate McAuliffe. Number 17, Nellie Johnson. And number 22, Neve Devitt. Please make some noise as we welcome to the field for today's final, the Hyundai NTC and Perth Redstar.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Dorrien Gardens for the second of our 5 NPL WA Top 4 Cup Finals here on your Saturday afternoon here in the West. My name's Tommy Dolman. Sean Fry, as he will be for the whole weekend, is joining me on co-coms. Second of our games is the NPL WA Women's Under-21 Top 4 Cup Final between Perth Redstar and Hyundai NTC. First of two matches between these two sides today. Redstar and NTC will also play off in the senior final at 4:45. But the under-21s will go at it first. NTC get us started from the left to the right of your stream, wearing the predominantly yellow jerseys with the black shorts. Redstar in all red, as you'd anticipate. And these are the two teams who finished 1 and 2 and had a real tight title race between themselves in season 2022, as Hannah Inch looks to make an early roam forward down the left-hand side. Cross comes in from Sienna Crevishore, and behind it goes an NTC. We'll get the goal kick, and that gives me a chance to introduce my co-commentator today, Sean Fry. Second of 5 today, Sean.
Thanks, mate. Round 2, here we go again. Entertaining first game, a tight defensive tussle. See what we get on this occasion. Thank you to everyone joining us on the Facebook live stream for this game. Feel free to drop us your thoughts as we go. I know Luke Thompson's watching. Hello, Luke. Good to have you with us, and everyone else thrilled to join you. And yeah, stay with us all day. It's going to just get better and better, I'm sure.
First of our games, in case you're joining us late on, the Football West Facebook page or on the YouTube channel, was a 1-0 win for Perth Glory over Bayswater, with Quarren Go getting the winning goal. Wins for Joondalup City and for Carramar Shamrock Rovers in the Division 2 matches last night. This the fourth game of 11 across the weekend, as NTC do their customary thing in playing out from the back. Crevachore, Iskia Brooking, keep an eye on her today. She's a really exciting player for this NTC side. Mia Britton looks all the way back for Nellie Johnson. Johnson's pass. Lovely one to split the lines. Angelique Clayton has a teammate to her left. And then just getting that one away was Amelia Lake.
Yeah, Clayton's pass.
Formerly NTC Girls State under-15 player. Sorry, Sean.
So I was just going to say Clayton's pass just needed to be a little bit in front of Claudia Houlis there. She'd made a good run, good space. The fullback was out of position and the pass just behind her halted the attack.
Yeah, Houlis, one of the most prolific players in this competition in season 2022. Only Stella Zampogna of Perth have scored more than her. 20 goals in her 22 outings this term, and NTC will be looking to feed her with as many chances as possible, as Sophia Brooks operates a switch of the play via Cuthbert. Touch came in there from Chloe Finnegan, and over the sideline it goes. Referee for today's game is Joshua Ban. He'll be assisted by Kayla Elliott and Samir Amar. Fourth official is Alexander Stoichowski. Cuthbert with the header. NTC's skipper. Saw her back in March night series when UWA's 15 side won the State League Night Series competition by 5-2 over UWA. Cuthbert got the fifth and final goal from a corner. Ball forward here was from Neve Healy. Last touch was off Inch, and NTC get the throw. Clayton battling for possession with Rachel Larson. Healy, little poke forward, took a touch on its way through. Now Brooking will carry the ball. This is what she loves to do in this attacking midfield position. As you can tell by the number 10 on her jersey, she'll get the strike away from distance, an early sighter. Claudia Houlis was arriving at the back post, but the ball drifted over for a goal kick.
Yeah, you said it, Tommy. Where's the number 10? Is a classic number 10. Loves to find that gap in between midfield and defence and create. She can shoot, she can pass, she can run.
Yeah, 6 goals in 21 games for her this season, and scored the first for the senior team in the women's Top 4 Cup semi-final win over Fremantle for NTC side, who were playing later today. A deflected effort which gave her side the lead.
Yeah, looking forward to that game as well. It's going to be really interesting to see how their senior team goes with the slightly tired legs against an undefeated Red Star side.
Sliding pass forward here. Johnson stepped in and pinched it off the toes of Inch. Now Mia Britton. Little ball inboard. Clayton got the shot away and scored a beautiful chip, which beat Jade O'Donoghue. All ends up. And NTC get an early fire starter inside the first 6 minutes at Dorrier Gardens. It's Angelique Clayton with the opener.
NTC goal scored by number 11, Angelique Clayton.
So an early goal
Score is now
for the youngsters. The side who won the league this season, a thrilling tidal race against today's opponents, Red Star. They won the league on goal difference by 2 goals. More on that in a second as Brooking lets one fly. Ball comes back for Clayton, who's got Mia Britton to her outside. Inch with the blue boots stepping in. She's got pressure coming from behind her though. And Clayton, the goal scorer, gets the ball back. She runs to a bit of a corner though, and Inch was able to get back. Now Britton. Red Star just happy to get the ball back. NTC with a real fast start. Healy stepping in with Charlotte Taylor. At the back there was Laig. Now Sophia Brooks, and something which is in the curriculum within NTC. They like to press high, they like to win the ball back quickly, and they like to keep possession. Mirrors a lot of what we've seen with the senior NTC women's side this season, Sean. They're certainly a team who, on their day, can be absolutely outstanding and take it to absolutely anybody. But they do take risks, and that's something which I'm sure Red Star in this game and later on will be aware of, and they'll be looking to exploit that at times.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, if you tuned in to see the NTC Perth preliminary final, it was a lot of risks taken by that NTC side. This one will be the same, and they've started off well here. It was a good strike, wasn't it, from Clayton? They just sort of stood off her and didn't want to commit defenders forward. And she said, thank you very much, I'll dink it over the goalkeeper into the top left corner.
A special strike to start the day. Angelique Clayton's early goal separates the sides. Under 21 women's top 4 cup final action.
Foul throw picked out, I think.
Perfect day for football. A little bit of cloud cover coming across now, but no rain forecast. Red Star trying to play out from the back. Larson with a misplaced pass. Britton for Brooks. Now Britton. Inch was working back. Britton continued to fight. Ball works its way back out for Inch. She has Crevature up the line in support. Healy came across. Then hit Grace Notto and went out for a throw. Notto up the line. Looking to race on to that ball was Deskadar Tamrill, and she does really well to have a win. Crevature will then try her luck from range, and she just leant back on the effort slightly, and over the bar it sailed, but a little bit better there from Red Star, in their pursuit of
Old habits die hard, Tommy.
an opportunity.
Yeah, they did build it up well. I think the shot was probably a little premature. They had a couple more players they could have moved it across to. And here you go, the NTC looking to play it out on the deck as always.
Short skidding pass, missed the feet of Brooking. Johnson up the line, hit Inch. Broke for Sophia Brooks. Fremantle City associate player. Healy has Lucio Halloran backpedaling, but she's under no real pressure and she's able to regather possession. Cuthbert is the next pass. She'll look up the line. Hawless looking to apply a little bit of pressure on Good, but nothing doing on that occasion for NTC. Coached by Sam Geddes. Tom Ellis in the dugout for Red Star on the opposite bench. Meanwhile, here's Britton. He's managed to stay on side. Noto puts that one behind. NTC looking to build on their good start to this game. Iskia Brooking on the corner, launched in long. It's over everybody's head in the end. They'll be regathered by Nellie Johnson, the back post player who's played some first team minutes this season. North Beach associate player. So these two teams, as mentioned before, went all the way to the final day in terms of the title race. A 2-goal win on goal difference for NTC in the end. NTC becoming the first team other than Fremantle City to win the under-21s title in the NPL WA women's era. Dramatic final day which saw NTC draw 1-1 with Freo, but Red Star lost 1-0 against Balcatta in a game where they only needed a point to win the league. So neither of these two winning on the final day, and NTC getting up on goal difference. Both teams 11 points clear of third place Perth and 22 points clear of fifth place Fremantle City. So a long way clear at the top of everybody else. Healy, Brooking, Clayton, the goal scorer, finds Houlis. And it was an important challenge at the back from Good, who did just enough to get in the way of Houlis as she was looking to get the strike away.
There's just too much space at particularly the left wing for the NTC as far as the Red Star coaching staff will be concerned. The fullback just not tracking Houlis's run there for the second or third time this afternoon.
Britton, another scorer in that night series final. 8 goals in her 22 games this season. Cross from Healy was aimed in towards Houlis. Now Brooking. Brooking's pass. Out for the busy Britton. Clearance. Crevachore couldn't quite keep that one alive. Brooking again, seeing plenty of the ball in this first half. Sophia Brooks tries her luck. Had her shot blocked by Rachel Larson. Now O'Halloran. The support was there to her left. Pass came back inboard. Sarah Kafayatullah was in the way of it. Tamru, little poke wide. Hannah Inch. Sliding ball through the middle, was wanting the run of Crevachore to materialise. Commitment wasn't quite there to get on the end of it though, and possession has turned over. Britton, touch was a little heavy. And Kayla Elliott signals a throw for Red Star. Larson. Deskadar Tamru. Tamru coming deep again, working hard to get the ball back for her team. The trigger was pulled by Larson, who missed the pass. Larson's ball hit Cuthbert. Now it's worked wide for Inch, who's got a couple of senior NPL goals to her name this season. Actually scored the goal of the round all the way back in round 1 with her goal against Hyundai NTC. 11 goals in her 19 appearances this season. Former Joondalup City player.
Iskia Brooking there just showing she can do it at both ends. We know her creativity and how dangerous she is going forward. We've seen that on a couple of occasions so far, but they're tracking the run of Hannah Inch all the way back to right back. Good defending on the right on this occasion from Red Star.
Fayatullah. Red Star skipper. Inch couldn't keep the pass from Noto in play. Player who missed a big stretch of the season from April, but made a comeback in late July. Featured regularly since. Crevachore's touch escaped her. Now Britton receiving the pass from Clayton. Britton looking to get to the byline. She'll pull across goal. There was no taker for a tap in at the back post, despite a couple of yellow shirts in the mixer.
Yeah, great driving run from Mia Britton. Just had her opponent on toast there. Took her inside, then out. Beat her down the byline. Just couldn't get a yellow shirt on the end of it. Flashed it across the 6-yard box, but the Red Star looking like they're on the ropes already.
Risky pass from Healing, cut off by Tamru. Tamru had Crevachore in support, opted to go it alone. Cuthbert was able to come across, and then Tamru, with enthusiasm in trying to win the ball back, committed the foul.
Yeah, that's a way to get Red Star back in the game, for sure. If you play passes like that across your back four, there was one red shirt there. Oh, they picked her out. Tamru just unable to beat that last defender, and then left one in on her for her troubles.
21 appearances and 7 goals for Deskadar Tamru this year.
Mentioned in the game before this that referees will often let you get away with that early one, won't they? And I'm sure a few around us were thinking perhaps that could have been a booking for the Red Star forward, but especially in a cup final, you do tend to get away with one in the first quarter of an hour.
Larson's pass was looking for Crevachore by feet. Fayatullah was bustled off the ball by Neve Healy. Kalamunda United associate player.
A good idea from Healy, just didn't quite have enough on it.
Brooking and Britton was snapping at the heels of Larson. Red Star were able to get the ball wide to Inch. Crevachore was there in support. Brooking stepped in and found O'Halloran. Now Johnson. Taylor was trying to press her NTC opponent. As a result, NTC have a little bit of space here. The pass was made by Brooks. It had designs on Hoolis, but she was offside.
Look at that space in midfield, though, for Brooks. Red Star are going to need to close that gap between midfield and defence if they're going to have any chance of getting back into this game. It's a good bustling tackle from the skipper.
Fayatullah just escaped Crevachore again.
Clouds are starting to creep across the sky, Tommy, but still a beautiful day for football.
Yeah, plenty of time to get down to Dorrien Gardens. We've got the under-20s between Glory and Red Star coming up after this one at 2:30, and then the NPL WA Women's final between Perth, top 4 cup final between Perth Redstar and NTC, and then later on, 7 p.m, the final game of the night, Florida Athena versus Perth Redstar. So the first of 4 Red Star finals in a row today. I'm sure the crowds from the north will arrive as the afternoon unfolds to cheer on their respective teams. A good day for the Northern Suburbs club, as Healy looks to feed the ball through for Hoolis, but it'll run all the way through to the goalkeeper.
Yeah, we got a few of those Northerners in already, Tommy. A healthy crowd for this one. I'm sure it's just going to grow and grow as the day goes on. Great to see the support here for football in Perth.
one of the great things about this day is it gets a good crowd in to watch a lot of these players, particularly in the 18s and the 20s in the men's and women's competitions, maybe not used to playing in front of a large-scale crowd regularly on a weekend, so the numbers come through the door, and good to see plenty of players and supporters staying and enjoying the facilities here throughout the afternoon. Just builds brilliantly throughout the afternoon this day, and it reaches its crescendo with the senior women's and men's finals a little later on.
That's the second foul throw. That was about as clear as day.
So midway through this first half, just about. Perth Redstar 0, Hyundai NTC 1. Angelique Clayton's goal the difference so far. Women's NPL Top 4 Cup Under 21 action live on the Football West Facebook page and on the YouTube channel also. Tommy Dolman and Sean Fry with you on the call. Shout out Goran on the camera as well.
You always know you're going to get looked after when you got Goran on the gear stick there, Tommy.
Iskia Brooking on the set piece. Dangerous delivery. Oh, and the header came in. I think it might have been Cuthbert who was arriving late on the scene. In fact, it may have been Nellie Johnson. It was one of the two taller NTC players arriving on the scene late in the piece. It ended up being just about a free header on goal, and luckily for Red Star, it was straight at Jade O'Donoghue.
It looked like her first little fumble might have been taking it back over the line, but she recovered well.
O'Donoghue then comes out to gather the ball. Player who was also once goalkeeper with the NTC. Player who may potentially have some opportunities at senior level next year. Obviously, Shivani Battaglia departed midway through this season to take on an opportunity over in the college system in the US. Maya Didrikson's obviously the goalkeeper at the moment with the senior team for Red Star, but always good to have two good goalkeepers in your ranks. Houlis gets the better of her opponent, drives into the area, looks to pull back. Larson was in the way of it. Ball might break here for O'Halloran, and does. Houlis once more. Clayton opts for the safety first ball all the way back to Healy, and NTC keep possession. Devitt, ball through here for Iskia Brooking! Saved by the legs of O'Donoghue. A brilliant stop to ensure that Red Star only stay a goal behind.
Well, another warning, if they needed it, of what Iskia Brooking's capable of, and they have their goalkeeper to thank for the deficit remaining at 1. What a wonderful save with the outstretched leg from Jade O'Donoghue. But as this game ticks on, it's looking more and more of a mismatch. I just can't see how Red Star get back into this game.
Still early doors. Brooking's ball in, leaping and winning the initial header was Houlis. Danger still not clear yet for Red Star. Firing one from long range was Clayton. Eventually breaks for Houlis. Now Brooks turning away. Houlis stayed wide. Red Star very compact, and as a result, NCC have to work the angle and change it up. Healy Faotilla went in with a challenge. Referee said play on. Brooking. All the way back now for Mia Britton. NTC will stay on the ball. NTC defeated Perth Redstar by 2-0 in the semi-final, with goals from Brooking and Houlis. That semi-final defeat that Redstar went on to play in a prelim against Perth Soccer Club on Wednesday night. And there was a thrilling finish to that one, with our Kira Mogridge scoring from the penalty spot to win the game on 90 minutes. A 4-3 win there, as they eliminated the Azzurri. That semi-final match, one of 4 meetings that the teams have played this season. 2 wins and, a win each for Redstar and NTC, with 2 draws as well in that mix. Brooking so relaxed and composed on the ball. Cuthbert, touch was a little heavy. It allowed Faotilla to step in. Ball then found its way back to Brooking.
It's always exciting to see a player that when they get on the ball, their first touch is to square up their opponent, look to take them on. Just moments ago, she decided against taking on Hannah Inch, and that ball's going to go out for her. In fact, I think it came back off the corner flag there, Tommy.
Stayed in play. It'll be an NTC throw. Throw will be taken by Healy. Can't miss her in the bright red boots. Cross comes in, hits Larson. Corner. And a chance for NTC to send Cuthbert and Johnson forward again. They look as though they'll be attacking that back post area once more. Let's see where Brooking's delivery ends up. It's aimed in towards a similar position. Cuthbert was attacking it. It'll break eventually to Johnson at the back stick.
Yeah, got to give a little note to Ischia Brooking's set-piece delivery as well. A couple of very good corners into dangerous areas.
Johnson's cross. Houlis stabbed at it. O'Donoghue was across and making a catch. Redstar yet to really force goalkeeper Amber Atkinson into a stop.
Here we go.
Through ball here. Might pick out Hannah Inch, and does. She stayed on side. Ball was just running away from her, and as a result she wasn't able to wrap her foot around the ball and pull that one back towards the penalty spot, although possessions turned over straight away. Tamru gets the strike off! And over the head of Atkinson it goes! And with their first real shot on target of the afternoon, Redstar have pulled level.
Goal scored by number 25, Dureskida Tamru.
Well, there we go. I put the curse on them, Tommy. I said I cannot see how they get back into this game. And just a bit of a sloppy couple of minutes for the NTC, just thinking maybe things were going a little bit too easy. Just switched off, and Tamru, given all the space in the world to fire a shot on goal, and took her chance well.
1-1. Half an hour played.
NTC 1.
Britton. Ball across here for Clayton. The layoff for Brooking. The strike at goal, looking to find an instant response for NTC, the crowd.
Even the bench.
Rough on their feet, the bench was as well, as Sean said.
Jumping up and down. No, over
deceived
the top.
everybody.
Yep. You could see from this angle what they were thinking. It rippled the back of the net, but bounced back after it went over the bar off of the Think Mental Health signage behind the goal.
You can certainly hear in the background there is a good noise, good crowd in watching this game.
Didn't fool our Sandman though.
Cuthbert, little dink over the top. Stepping in was Skifeatulla. Ball forward here from Charlotte Taylor. Picked off pretty comfortably by Cuthbert, and she'll go all the way back to Atkinson, who, as mentioned before on the call, the goal hasn't really had a save to make, and with Red Star's first meaningful shot on target, they score. And tied up. Game nicely poised here, and Red Star building a little bit of confidence all of a sudden.
Reminder for all sides that as long as the lead remains at one goal, no matter how little of the ball you've had, and they really haven't been in this match much at all, Red Star, up until the driving run just before the goal from Inch, and yeah, just a failed clearance. We always talk about the NTC's insistence on playing the balls out from the back, and once again on this occasion that was their undoing.
Hoolis. Cuthbert forward from full back. Still going Ruby. Cuthbert tries her luck, and it kisses the top of the crossbar and skims away to safety.
Well, it's a good response to the goal. Big defender. Getting forward, the skipper.
Inch. Larson.
Just looking down at those notes you've given me, Tommy, and thinking she must score a few goals with the ability to strike a ball like that. Looks like she's only got the 1 on the season and 5 overall in her career, but yeah, if she gets given the chance to rumble forward and take shots on like that, I'm sure she'll score a few more.
I think it's partially down to the fact she plays mainly centrally, but this afternoon it seems like she's got that license to get forward.
And my apologies, I misunderstood that the 5th goal in the win over UWA Netherlands that she scored. That was her 1 goal this year, but gee, that was a good effort.
Inch with a layoff. Crevature. Larson under the pump from O'Halloran. Pass was charged down. And then Red Star give it away. Iskia Brooking. Nice firm pass to find the feed of Britton.
Mia will take her on.
Britton will look to skin Noto. Touch was maybe just a fraction heavy, and as a result she had to check back. Noto got back. Britton's ball. Clayton. Patience from NTC. Brooking.
Here from the coaching bench is what they're calling for.
Britton. Driving run down the right. Pull back for Hoolis. Strike straight at O'Donoghue, either side of the goalkeeper, and that may have been 2-1.
Oh, she's finding so much space with those late runs on that far side, Hoolis, and yeah, she'll want to have done better. It's a poor finish in the end.
Mia Britton having very good game down this right-hand side for Hyundai NTC. Taylor. Player who's played at a number of different levels for Red Star over the past couple of years, including the Metros team, the Div 1 18s girls as well. She actually made her first team debut last season against Mum FC, who were champions last year, so a real introduction to her against what was a formidable Mum FC team at senior level last year. Inch tried to steal a few inches. Told to just retreat back a little bit, and Noto took the throw instead. Inch got the ball back for Tamru, the goal scorer, who tries to thread a ball through. Chloe Finnegan was making the break forward out wide, and in the end the pass had a little bit too much heat on it.
Yeah, it looked like she just halted her run a little bit there, Chloe Finnegan. The idea was right, the pass was probably a little too heavy regardless.
Goal kick taken short by NTC as per usual. Britton. Little ball inside for Clayton, who will try the killer pass. It took a touch off Good back there. Hullis was lurking, but the danger was averted. Cuthbert. Tamru. Crevachore. Johnson stepping in. Now Healy for Iskia Brooking. Brooking bursting forward. Little poke through. Hullis trying to get on the end of it. She almost did as well. Ball nearly breaks for Brooks. Larson got a foot in. And away to safety it goes.
Desperate defending. That close to retaking the lead, the NTC, but a couple of important challenges at the back for the Red Star. Keep us level at 1.
Clayton tries their luck from distance, so Donahue happy to watch wide of the post. Perth Redstar unbeaten in their 2 games that they've played here this season. A 2-0 win back in round 19 and also a 2-2 draw in June. NTC also claiming victory here in their only visit to Dorrien Gardens this season. A 3-2 win over the Azuri back in round 9. 21 goals in their last 6 matches. Multiple goals in 5 of their last 6 games. Britton, inside, outside, crossing drilled in beyond everybody in the penalty area. Heading over to retrieve the ball is Hullis. Now O'Halloran. Pass hit Finnegan over there. NTC unbeaten since round 8. Currently held by Red Star, who are in similarly good form. They were also unbeaten in 10 prior to that round 21 defeat to Balcatta, which we spoke about earlier. Crevachore snapping into the challenge was Devitt. Now Larson. 5 minutes to play in the first half here at Dorrien Gardens. Red Star 1, Hyundai NTC 1. Deskedar Tamru cancelling out Angelique Clayton's opener. Sorry, Sean.
I was just going to say that Deskedar Tamru could have done very little more for her side. She's had not a lot of supply, but whenever it's come up to her, there she is pressing and working hard. Obviously the finish was unerring, but she's made life difficult at the back on the very, very few chances that she's had to make an impact on this game.
Nellie Johnson was getting some warnings from the crowd that some pressure was arriving. She still managed to find the pass for Britton. Now Healy. A little pass inside for Clayton, who got the strike off. Straight into the body of Lague, though.
That was more compact defending there from Redstar than what we've seen earlier. The midfielders getting back and forming a good block in front of the back four, giving them a bit of support. They're going to need to do that for the remaining few minutes of this half, and then for the remainder of the second half as well, if they're going to have any chance of holding them out. They're still on top, still controlling the ball, controlling possession, but as we've seen, it doesn't count for much unless you take your chances.
Brooking dances her way out of a tight corner, but then ran into the secondary challenge in Tamru. Although she does manage to keep the ball for her team. So with a few minutes to play before half-time, Sean, who's happier with the score being currently 1-1?
Oh, well, Red Star are the happier team for sure. They've had limited forays forward, and thanks to Tamru.
Might not be 2-1 for long. Brooking's pass found Britton. Her cross a little over hits. Houlis may try and keep this one alive. She'll find Brooks. Now it's worked all the way back to O'Halloran.
Yeah, the NTC will look back at a number of chances that they've had for Houlis and the like, getting forward, finding space, but just not having that final killer pass in the final third, and there's a miscommunication.
Turnover here, picked off by Inch, who looks to burst forward. Crevature. Inch again, little scooped ball over the top. Tamru was giving chase, that'll run all the way through for Atkinson. Brooking feeding wide for Johnson. Back in board for Brooking once more. Now O'Halloran. A little bit of space to work with. Red Star close it down quickly though. Johnson's pass will then bisect Brooks and Cuthbert. And a little bit sloppy, and Red Star get the throw. They take it quickly, looking for Tamru. Brooks got her body the right side of the ball as we enter the final minutes of regular time. Final thoughts in this first half, Sean Fry.
Well, yeah, it's going to be an interesting second half to see if Red Star can build on the way they've dug it out and held the NTC to just the one goal. I mean, you've got to think back to Jade O'Donoghue's big save earlier on in this half that kept it at 1-0 and gave Tamru the chance to level things. If she doesn't make that, it goes 2-0 and perhaps heads drop and things can blow out. But because of that save, they're still well and truly in this final.
One additional minute to complete the first 45 here at Dorrien Gardens.
A minimum of 1 minute at a time in the first half. 1 minute.
Ball will go NTC's way, and I suspect both teams will be relatively pleased to get through to half-time now with no change to how the game started, really. NTC, as Sean mentioned, probably with a few more chances to hit the fronts, although Red Star have equalised, and they're coming forward here possibly with one last chance to hit the front. The save was made, though, by Atkinson as Finnegan got forward, and that will wrap up an entertaining first 45 minutes here at Dorrien Gardens. Women's under-21 top 4 cup final action here. The score's currently tied at 1-1. Angelique Clayton's opener cancelled out by Deskadar. Tamru's equaliser, 2 lovely finishes. In truth, NTC, though, probably with the better chances to lead, as Claudia Houlis and Iskia Brooking denied by Jade O'Donoghue, the latter of those saves from Brooking in particular. A brilliant save by Legg, but as it stands, it's all square at the interval. Perth Redstar 1, Hyundai NTC 1 in this under-21 Women's Top 4 Cup final. Welcome back to Dorrien Gardens for the second half of this NPL WA Women's Under-21 Top 4 Cup Final. All square at the break between Perth Redstar and Hyundai NTC, with Angelique Clayton's goal cancelled out by Deskadar Tamru's equaliser. News of at least one change to bring you at half-time. Emily Garnett has definitely come on at the beginning of this second half, just trying to identify the player that she replaced. We'll come back to that in a moment or so once this play's unfolded. Brooking will look across for Brooks, and confirmation of that change. Mia Britton has departed and Emily Garnett has come on.
NTC substitution, leaving for the play number 8. Sorry, number 7, Mia Britton, be replaced by number 8, Emily Garnett.
Inch, Crevachore, Healy looking to drive forward. Also another change as well for NTC. Amber, goalkeeper swap as well. Amber Atkinson coming off and Jess Skinner coming on.
Also leaving the field of play number 15, Amber Atkinson, be replaced by number 1, Jessica Skinner.
Crevachore, ball over the top, Tamru giving chase, and she'll get there ahead of Cuthbert as well. Cuthbert got her body in between ball and opponent though, and she'll come away with the ball, although Tamru maintained the hustle. She got possession back, the cross came in, Inch was lurking at the back post. Now Kia Fatula. Taylor driving towards goal, getting the strike away, blocked, and then cleared away by Healy. Kia Fatula. Effort from long range by Rachel Larson. Skinner was backpedaling for a moment. The ball gratefully dropped onto the roof of the net. O'Halloran. Brooks ran out of room over on the far side. Here's Garnett looking to make an impression since she came on. She actually got the goal which put NTC 3-2 up in that night series final against the dogged UWA Netherlands. And her pass is a peach to pick out Claudia Houlis, who with a gorgeous lob restores NTC's lead early in this second half. Their leading lady makes it 21 for the season.
Claudia!
And the champions are in front. 2-1.
Well, she picked up plenty of dangerous positions in that first half, just didn't quite have the finishing there. And there again, getting in behind, and she was picked out well by the pass, and the finish was equally delicious. Deserved lead, you have to say, for the NTC.
Well, that's a way to make an impact. Emily Garnett came off the bench, and with one of her first touches, she gets an assist. And a beautiful pass at that. Houlis. Taylor with a pass forward. Redstar now in need of a response. Tamru driving forward. She's been a very good outlet throughout the day. Cross dangerously in the 6-yard box. Clearance only as far as Charlotte Taylor, whose shot was blocked. by Devitt. Brooking has Houlis to her left. She also had Angelique Clayton making a barnstorming run through the middle of Dorrien Gardens, but rushing off her line to claim was O'Donoghue. Oh, error at the back here. May let in Sophia Brooks, but her touch just got away from her. So NTC currently leading by 2-1, a treble in the offering today. Should they get up, having won the night series and the league? Brooking, Garnett, Kia Fatula, the captain.
Yeah, time for Redstar to dig in here. It's just looking like the floodgates are threatening to open. If the NTC get another one, it's going to be a long way back. They did it in the first half. They stuck in, dug it out. Going to have to do it again now.
Brooking's throw. Healy. Now Cuthbert. Brooking again. Takes on the efforts early. NTC will make another change. Harper Collinson will come on. And Sophia Brooks will depart. Former Cockburn City associate player.
Number 9, Sophia Brooks. Will be replaced by number 2, Harper Collinson.
Collinson a fullback. A couple of goals for her this year. Both of them scored against Mum FC. Healy, skinning ball through. Garnett. Brooking had it towed away from her. Leading the race over there was Chloe Finnegan, and she nudged the ball off her opponent and won her team a throw. So if you're late to joining us in this second half here at Dorrien Gardens, it's Perth Redstar 1, Hyundai NTC 2. Claudia Houlis with the early lob at the start of this second half. A lovely pass from the substitute Emily Garnett. And that's what separates the sides after a 1-1 scoreline after 45 minutes. Taylor. Throw taken by Good, a player who's been in and around the first team over the past couple of seasons of the NPL WA women's era. Collinson. Ball forward here for Clayton. Collinson continued her run from full back. Cross. Hit Garnett, but it bobbled away from her. Redstar are able to clear their lines.
Yeah, good early contribution from Collinson off the bench. Got a bit of pace and get that ball forward nice and quickly.
Fayatella with 10 goals this season. They'd love to have her a little higher up the pitch and possibly near one of these chances. That could unfold for Red Star as the half wears on, but at the moment it's NTC who are in control of this one. Most of the action in this second half being played to the left of your stream as Brooking finds the feed of Clayton. Skims the pass out wide, it was behind Garnett. Who just dances with Inch over on the far side. And NTC are able to shuffle the ball back across. Just holding on to the possession at the moment. Healy. Larson. Johnson fighting hard with Taylor. Houlis. Brooking comes in to help. And players being stopped here by the referee. It's a Red Star free kick. Sliding in was Crevatore and Cuthbert. Won the free kick. Collinson, a real bright spark off the bench, as Sean noted earlier. The cross comes in. Clayton was in the vicinity. Ball was cleared away. Collinson back for Garnett, who was nibbled at by Inch and drew the foul.
Yeah, nice easy one for the referee, but yeah, Harper Collinson continuing to control that right-hand touchline.
Just offers them that burst going forward. That extra option from fullback. Free kick here for NTC. Brooking steps over it. Johnson then hits it a little bit too close to O'Donoghue, who dives down on the ball. Throw was a little short for Good, and that allowed Houlis to step in. Oh, Brooking was then fouled by Good.
You'd be lucky to get away without a booking on that one. You get away with them early, but you don't necessarily get away with them in the second half. Fair enough, I think, there to see Good find her name into the referee's notebook.
Yellow card there, first of the afternoon, at least by my memory.
A lazy throw out just before from the goalkeeper. Need to be a little bit more careful than that, otherwise you're just inviting pressure on. From that resultant NTC possession, they've now got a set piece that they need to deal with.
Johnson with a free kick from a similar position, but on the other side of the pitch. Johnson with a cross, and once again, it's a little bit too close to the goalkeeper, and none of her teammates can get anywhere near it. Tamru. Deskada Tamru, the goal scorer, looking to barge her way down this right-hand side. Johnson. Well, I thought she got a foot in there, and I think Tamru thought the same. Decision turned out to be a NTC goal kick.
Well, I must admit, I saw it the referee's way. Perhaps I'm wrong as well.
So we've hit the hour mark, and Hannah Inch will make way. Redstar bringing on Claudia Holt.
Redstar substitution leading to the play number 34, Hannah Inch, replaced by number 22, Claudia Holt.
Tamru with a cross, deep ball. Kefi Atula was trying to get on the end of it. Ball will drop into the grasp of Skinner, who was actually on at halftime last weekend against Redstar in the semi-final. So both goalkeepers in this young NTC squad playing 45 minutes in each final. Pass back may give Kefi Atula a sniff at getting there, but Skinner was off her line. Hawless. Pass was behind Garnett, and she'll do well to keep that in. She did very well, actually, but her efforts were in vain as Redstar were able to get the ball back. Larson. Larson once again with strength.
Good strength.
Pass missed Tamru and also Good, but Good emerges with the ball. She did until she ran into O'Halloran anyway. Now Healy has Garnett peeling to her right out wide, but pass is a little narrow, and that allowed O'Donoghue to come out and grab it.
Well, it was a bit of a midfield scrap with a lot of misplaced passes and errors there that eventually ricocheted out to an NTC player, but despite the fact they benefited on that occasion, I'm sure that's not what the coaching staff would want to see. They've had long periods where they've controlled the game and controlled possession with good passing. They don't really want it to turn into a scrap in midfield because they've already seen that just one chance up the other end can throw away a lead you've worked so hard for.
Clayton turning away. One-on-one duel with Grace Noto, and she's able to get the tackle in. Put in there from substitutes in Holt. Redstar had started the year unbeaten in 9. Aggregate score of 28-7. They're going to need to find some of that early season firepower again if they are to get back into this game. Healy with a cross, Garnett with a touch, Hawless approaching, Good spinning away and clearing. Although Hawless stuck with her. Now Brooking with a nifty footwork. Showing her skills on this finals day. Jonathan's pass took a touch off Tamru. And Joshua Ban points for a NTC throw. Healy. Collinson. Collinson all the way back for Devitt. Now Cuthbert, who's central again. Nellie Johnson coming over to this left-hand side. She'll look inboard and spot O'Halloran. Johnson continuing her run. Tamru got back though and put sufficient pressure on to earn the throw-in for a team. Devitt, pass into the feet of O'Halloran. Collinson offering that width from fullback. She's got Garnett to her outside. Pass was a little ahead of her again though. NTC looking comfortable, but not quite able to find a killer blow just yet. O'Halloran. Taylor got in the way of it. She releases upfield for Tamru. Cuthbert overstepped it. Tamru stepped in once more. And then it was poked away by Johnson. Throw in for Tamru. A little reverse pass. Brooking was in the way of it and she'll come away with the ball, and a lovely pass in between the lines to feed Clayton. She'll slide one through now for Hollis, who was bursting down the left-hand side. Good was with her for pace. Her pass inboard was looking for Clayton, who continued her run, but Larson was on the scene and sending that one over the sideline.
Yeah, Good's got a lot on her plate this afternoon. Dealing with Hollis. She's been lively. She's created a lot of chances. And as I'm saying that, I can see, I was just about to ask where Red Star get back into this game. Perhaps a burst off the bench. And it looks like they are readying some substitutions at the moment. They've already brought on Claudia Holt.
Throw from Johnson. Brooking. Clearance from Amelia Lake. And it'll be a Red Star free kick. And now we will see those two aforementioned changes that Sean brought to our attention. The first of those is going to be Ella Robertson. She will come on for Grace Noto.
Red Star substitution, leaving the field to play number 32, Grace Noto.
And
by number 29, Ella Robertson.
The second of those changes will see Chloe Finnegan depart and Claudia Hocking come on.
Also leaving the field of play, number 27, Chloe Finnegan, be replaced by number 21, Claudia Hocking.
So we'll see what Hocking and Robertson can bring to the action. But here again,
Hollis. Cross seeking out Clayton. The header was away. And as it was rolling out towards that corner flag, it was poked out. Johnson. Low driven ball in. Easily gathered by O'Donoghue, who's quick to get things moving for Red Star. And they've got some numbers forward here, have Tom Ellis's side. Still they maintain possession, but Brooking's been everywhere today and she's in the way once more. Her release for Hollis. NTC now with some yellow shirts forward. Garnett will try to race onto her pass, and off her line quickly was O'Donoghue.
Well, Ella Robertson's come off the bench and been given that job of marshalling Claudia Houlis. And the early signs not indicative that there's going to be much of a change. She was looking to burst forward as Redstar had possession and found herself caught a little far down the pitch. Houlis getting in behind again.
Skinner will roll short. Roughly 20 minutes left here in the second of our 5 NPL WA Top 4 Cup finals this afternoon. Hyundai NTC 2, Perth Redstar 1. Claudia Houlis' goal at the start of the second half, still the difference. Earlier today, Perth Glory 1, Bayswater 0. As Emily Garnett gets to the ball first, and she rolls agonisingly wide of the post, and NTC come within a hair of landing a potentially third and sealing goal.
Oh, so close. They are looking the more likely, certainly, to score again, and another goal here, and you would think you could just about draw the curtains on this one.
Healy, Garnett, who's made a good impression since coming off the bench. Ball will spin dangerously into the penalty area. Houlis was arriving on the scene, but she couldn't get there in time. Cuthbert. Brooking couldn't keep it in.
Just a ripple of excitement every time this year Brooking gets near the ball from the NTC fans. That one a little too heavy. Here she is, though, thrown straight back to her.
I think we're going to see a lot more of her at NPL senior level next season, that's for sure. I say senior. You see a very young side that the NTC still do have in that competition, but senior relatively speaking at least anyway.
I don't even like to think of myself as a senior. That NTC side is certainly far from it, but as you say, in the senior competition.
Perth Redstar facing Hyundai NTC again a little later this afternoon. That one's a 4:45 p.m. kickoff. That is the senior final. Redstar looking to complete an undefeated season and a clean sweep of the women's NPL silverware this year. Hyundai NTC looking to win a Top 4 Cup, having finished 4th in the league. Their first post-season appearance in the NPLW era. And catch that match, as well as our next game. Perth Glory versus Perth Redstar, the men's under-20 match, and Floriat versus Perth Redstar in the NPL men's Top 4 final. All here today on the Football West Facebook page and on the YouTube channel. Super Saturday of action from Dorrien Gardens. Still plenty of time to get down and be a part of it.
I was going to say, it is
throughout the day.
It's better here than on the live stream, Tommy, and they've got all the chips and burgers and beer that you could want on a Saturday afternoon. So do come down to Dorrien Gardens. They always put on some wonderful hospitality, and we got a few more wonderful games to come. That under-20s and then the seniors. It's always an exciting evening, even if we are a little tired by the end of it, eh?
Yeah. Couldn't agree more. Why would you want to listen to us when you could be right here in the flesh?
Listening, sit next to us.
So NTC looking in control at the moment. That's what their style is all about. Control in possession, control in pressing, control in upsetting the opposition. And they are well and truly on course to make it 3 trophies for the season at this level. Can Redstar find another gear in this final quarter of an hour or so? Ball over the top from Healy. Garnett will race onto it. She'll slide across goal, and Houlis will tap in at the back stick. And that might be the 3rd goal, which wraps up trophy number 3 for Hyundai NTC. At at this level this season. Claudia Houlis has a brace.
NTC goal, her second.
And it's Hyundai NTC 3, Perth Redstar 1.
Houlis!
Well, she's been a handful all afternoon. We've mentioned it a few times. And on this occasion, she found herself the beneficiary of it. A fortunate deflection, but it was another good driving run down the right-hand side, and you've got to be there to score them. And Johnny on the spot was Claudia Houlis, and the call from behind us is one more, Claudia. They want a hat-trick for the number 12.
NTC fans making some noise. Early efforts comes in. And Claudia Holtz, but that'll roll through harmlessly for Skinner. Pass forward from Robertson. Taylor. Pass was cut out. Larson, little ball over the top. Krevachore can't get on the end of it. Now Brooking will look up and weigh up her options. The pass was looking for Houlis. Robertson brought on, as Sean said earlier, to just try and quell the league's second top scorer. Safety first approach from Laig, who puts it over the sideline under the attentions of Brooking. Johnson on the throw. Brooking afforded the time to turn. Touch was a little heavy, still worked out okay though. Johnson was still there. Kefetula was working back. Last touch was off her. Healy tries her luck from distance, so Donahue was scrambling across. Maybe wasn't aware of where the goal was, and gratefully from her point of view, it sailed wide of the mark.
Hafsa Kiati just getting ready on the NTC bench to come on.
Some fresh legs for the final throws of this one.
Still time for Red Star to get back into this one, but it's a long way back now.
Need a goal soon. Maybe Tamru can be the architect of it. Krevachore had already gone, and she found herself in an offside position, hence why she didn't give pursuit. Collinson up the line. Garnett inboard for Healy. Healy will slide the pass wide for Johnson, who has Houlis peeling over to this left-hand side. Johnson again. Brooking. Pass inboard. Gets it back again.
Just uses her body so intelligently in those physical contests. They're just holding off Rachel Larson.
Garnett, lovely touch again. She's had a great impact since coming on. Couldn't quite thread the ball through for Clayton, however.
She's had a big impact, the substitute, hasn't she?
Yeah.
Here comes that change.
So, Hafsa Kiati will come on, and she will replace
Substitution, leaving the
Neve Devitt.
22, Neve Devitt. To be replaced by number 4, Hafsa Kiati.
19 appearances for Kiati.
Great to hear the support here for these young girls. Big day for them, a cup final. These are the moments that no matter how far you go in your career, no matter whether this is as high as you get or you end up playing the top level in Australia or England or anywhere around the world, you never forget your cup final days.
Yeah, completely agree. And I know the postseason competitions do occasionally have their detractors, but when you see the crowd that's in the house today, the opportunity, as you say, for these young players to win some silverware, playing a cutthroat finals type atmosphere in front of a crowd that they're probably not used to playing on a regular basis, it must be something which is really good for their development and for their growth going forward, and moments, as you say, that can live with you forever.
Absolutely. Oh, and I don't have any issue with these knockout competitions. I'm not really sure what the argument is. It doesn't need to detract from the team that wins the league. I think that should always be celebrated in football and always will be. It's something that I think all the sides take the most seriously, but as semi-professional and amateur competitions that don't have time to get through a full association cup fixture list and have a state league or state cup to play on top of that, there isn't room to play out a full-blooded third cup competition on top of what we already have. So this is another taste of cup football, finals football, knockout football. And as we've mentioned so many times this afternoon, this is one of our favourite days of the year.
Healy lets one fly. Chance also for these teams to play against the best of the best for the year one last time as well. And often you will find that the best teams tend to win both competitions, whether it's the league and the top four, and it certainly looks as though NTC are in the position where they are going to achieve that feat this season. Healy's cross met by the head in there of Lake. Might break here for Houlis. Clayton. Ball broke to her. She had a go. It nearly broke for Garnett, and then Houlis.
There's the hat-trick chance.
With a bit of a snatched effort in the area. She was under the pump and in the end was only able to direct it over the bar.
Well, you mentioned the NTC looking to do that double, be the best team all season and then be the best team in the abridged knockout competition. Their NPL first team will be hoping to do the exact opposite.
Clayton on the volley.
It's a good hit.
Just sat up nicely for her and couldn't resist the opportunity from long range, and she scored a stunner from long range already today. Wasn't quite able to hit the target with that one.
Funnily enough, I think she actually connected with that strike better than she did the first. But as I was saying, that game coming up, I think it's a 4:45 kickoff if I'm not mistaken. So it's the NTC side that finished fourth, taking on the undefeated Redstar. They'll be hoping to provide an upset on that occasion. But here with not long left in this second half, this one is going to the script for the NTC and for the favourites. Just need to professional performance now to close it out.
Johnson on the throw. Brooking. Chance to see some fancy footwork again from NTC's number 10 on this occasion. She was ushered away from danger by Larson. Taylor. Ball goes forward. Tamru trying to make something out of nothing here. And she emerges with possession as well. She'll attempt another spectacular effort. She's already struck from outside the area in the first half. This time she wasn't able to hit the target with that one.
She really has had a fantastic game with limited service. Tamru, if she was wearing a yellow shirt today, you think she'd probably have 2 or 3 goals.
She's certainly done all she can in her attempts to pull Redstar closer. Her team find themselves with a 2-goal deficit to chase. It could be more here, but Leg was across in the nick of time to put that one away from Houlis. Cuthbert. Brooking. Passes to feet, the order of the day for NTC. Larson has stuck with Brooking for most of the day. Brooking perhaps caught late there. Referee allowed the play to continue. Clayton fed the pass in board. Cleared away any old how by Holt. Managed to stay in as well.
Yeah, Larson's battled hard this afternoon. Not easy when you've got to try and get forward, and you've also got to keep an eye on Iskia Brooking going the other way. She's had to go one-on-one in a tackling situation with the NTC number 10. She's performed pretty well. Not an easy job.
Cuthberts into the feet of Clayton. Back for Johnson. Time well and truly on NTC's side now.
Yeah, tired legs as well from Redstar.
The end of a long, arduous season through these winter months here in the west. Healy with a nice turn, the cross into the feet of Clayton, who's got an eye for goal, that's for sure, and she wasn't a million miles away from joining Houlis with a brace.
No, almost had a hat-trick of long-range strikes. A couple of good hits, just not quite on target, and again, caught very cleanly.
O'Donoghue into Larson for the 1-2 with Holt. Cuthbert's prod forward for O'Halloran, who's been tidy in midfield today. Just gone about her business nicely as O'Halloran. Not done anything spectacular, but has just kept things ticking over nicely and kept things simple. Ball moving around nicely in that midfield. Brooking, little 1-2 with Houlis. Lovely football from NTC again. Brooking tried to feed the return for Houlis, who was making her way into the penalty area. Eventually it's cleared for Kifayatullah. Larson forward, Tamru cutting an isolated figure once again. Now the support arrives. Sarah Kifayatullah shouts for handball. Nothing doing against Clayton. Final couple of minutes then. Maybe a little bit of added time as well, but no real notable stoppages in this encounter. NTC maybe seeking out a fourth. Their job well and truly done this afternoon. It's been a really impressive performance, hasn't it, Sean Fry?
Yeah, I think they've done all that they've needed to do here. They've been comfortably the better side. Controlled possession, controlled the tempo of the game, and apart from maybe a 10-minute period in the first half where they looked a little at sea, they've just kept Red Star at arm's length anytime they've started to grow any sort of momentum. And as we've mentioned, this substitute has had a really good second half after coming on. Just about dribbling past her marker there, Emily Garnett.
Yeah, those two changes on that right-hand side, both Collinson and Garnett have made a real impression since coming on.
Exactly what they needed. Just a couple of players to continue to drive Red Star back, stop them from getting any possession coming out of defence and in midfield, and that's super work there to win the ball back, although a sloppy pass, but as it has been most of the afternoon, it's all yellow shirts breaking towards those second and third balls.
Healy's another who's had an excellent game this afternoon. Just sitting at the base of that midfield and dictating the play. Another player who looks like she's got a bright future. They just look so comfortable in possession. The time ticking down. Garnett's cross. Houlis looking to get on the end of it. Ball took a touch on its way through, and NTC will have a corner, and we've got 2 minutes of added time to end the second half. 2 more minutes for NTC to see this one out.
2 minutes.
And potentially even come forward and find a 4th goal. Brookings ball in. O'Donoghue nearly caught out at the near post. NTC can't quite force it over. The last touch was adjudged to have been off Houlis, I think, who was sniffing out a hat-trick, but she didn't get it on that occasion.
Well, not long left in this one now, Tommy. I'll have to go and do my presentation duties again. I'm not sure if we're getting someone else in for you for the next game or 3, but if not, it's been a pleasure as always, and if you are listening and thinking about coming down, please do. And I'll see you down here at Dorrien Gardens.
See you at 2:30, Sean, for Perth Glory and Perth Redstar under-20s men's action coming up shortly. Final throws of the second of our top four cup finals in the NPL competitions. NTC maybe with one final chance here as Houlis drives forward. The pass left it maybe slightly behind Clayton. Houlis went back in for more. Redstar were able to swarm around the ball and get it away to safety, as Joshua Ban has a look at his watch. Brooking with the throw. Clayton into the feed of Houlis. The play breaks down. Redstar will clear. Only as far as Healy, who tiptoes through. A couple of challenges. Had her shirt held onto. And it was spotted by the referee, who gave the free kick. One final opportunity then here. Johnson looks as though she's sizing this one up from long range. She does as well. It goes straight into the wall. And that will do it. Hyundai NTC, treble winners in season 2022. Some of the stars of the future on display today, and in truth, they were brilliant throughout the 90 minutes. A deserved win by 3-1 over Perth Redstar's under-21s. Their senior team may get some revenge later on in the day. And you can hear the NTC fans jubilant in their celebrations. It was 1-1 at half-time. The goals scored by Angelique Clayton and by Descander Tamru. 2 brilliant goals. It was tied up 1 apiece at the break. 2 goals from their leading scorer, NTC's leading scorer, Claudia Houlis, though, separated the sides in this game. Her 21st and 22nd goals of the campaign, and NTC join Perth Glory as winners on NPL Top 4 Cup Final Day. Join us soon for Perth Glory versus Perth Redstar in the men's under-20s shortly, but for now we'll cross down to Sean Fry with the trophy presentations. Hyundai NTC winners by 3-1 over Perth Redstar in the under-21 women's Top 4 Cup Final.
Well, another quality final, and 2 teams that put in 100% effort. Please put your hands together for Redstar and the Hyundai NTC. I call upon Football West Director Annette Tilbrook to assist in the presentation, starting with our official team. Can you please come forward and collect your medals? On-field referee Joshua Ban. First assistant Kyla Elieff. Second assistant Samia Omar. And fourth official Alexander Sochevsky. Well, we don't have football without a referee, so please put your hands together and give a warm congratulations to our team today. I'll now invite our runners-up to come forward and collect their medals. They battled hard all afternoon, starting with number 1, Jade O'Donoghue. Number 32, Grace Noto. Number 23, Emily Lay. Number 24, Charlotte Taylor. Number 26, Rachel Larson. Number 27, Chloe Finnegan. Number 28, Sarah Kifayatullah. Number 33, Olivia Good. Number 34, Hannah Inch. Number 35, Sienna Krivachore. Number 21, Claudia Hocking. Number 25, Duriskada Tamru. Number 29, Ella Robertson. Number 15, Kiara Kifayatullah. And number 22, Claudia Holtz. For the Red Star coaching team, please also come forward and collect their medals. Please put your hands together one more time for our runners-up this afternoon, Perth Redstar. We'll now invite our champions forward to collect their medals and then the trophy. It was a really professional performance for such a young group of footballers, starting with number 1, Jessica Skinner. Number 2, Harper Collinson. Number 6, Neve Healy. Number 7, Mia Britton. Number 8, Emily Garnett. Number 9, Sophia Brooks. Number 10, Iskia Brooking. Number 11, Angelique Clayton. Number 12, Claudia Hullis. Number 13, Lucy O'Halloran. Number 17, Nellie Johnson. Number 22, Neve Devitt. Number 4, Hafsia Kiati. Number 14, Kate McAuliffe. Can you spin around for me, Amber? I can't see your number. Number 15, Amber Atkinson. And today's captain, number 5, Rudy Cuthbert. And could I get the NTC coaching staff to come forward and collect their medals?
I'm
medals so far, 3 more to come. We've got the under-20s men's up next, and then the 2 NPL first team after that. Stick around. For those of you just joining us, thank you and welcome to Dorrian Gardens. Next match between Perth Glory and Redstar, scheduled kick-off at 2:30 p.m. Please make use of Dorrian Gardens hospitality, courtesy of Perth Soccer Club. Food and beverages available up the stairs in the club room, and to your right, my left, down the stairs